yeses. Okay? That's what it's all about. It's putting whatever you're doing into action mode. Sometimes it's hard to get on the phone. That phone gets really heavy. You don't know what to say. But a text, that's everybody texts nowadays, right? And it's effective and it works. We just showed you it works. Okay? So super exciting. How many of you guys brought your dream boards tonight? Who brought dream boards? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 of you guys come out up here real quick. Just explain 1 minute on your dream board. So
I actually have 3 and I couldn't find them, so I had to make one for tonight, right? And I had to color it because, well, for some reason magazines didn't have a bunch of great stuff. But for me, what I absolutely love to do is travel. And so that's a big part of my dream is to travel. Another big part is freedom, time freedom, money freedom, financial freedom. And then I would love to have a home, but not just a home, a beautiful home with a view. Why live in Hawaii if you can't have the best view, right? So these are things that are important to me. And of course my family's right there with me. But
So mine was put together today too.
awesome.
It's small, but my big thing is family time. My whole family. I want a big dream house for me and my family. I want to travel and go to Europe and everywhere else. I want to hang at the beach with my family, go to Disney World, not only just to go, but also to do a make-a-wish for children because they're my heart. And so I want to be able to take children to Disney World and wherever they want to go. And Kyani is going to help me get there.
How many of you guys have to feel something to share something? You need to believe in something to say, okay, I'll go out there and I'll share this, right? And so when my mom got off her Celebrex, she was taking that and her husband was prescribing that drug to her. I don't know what kind of husband does that though. Drugs to their wife. Anyway, so when she got onto Kyani, it started to work. And then we just started to get excited, and then we started to share it with people. That's all we did. So we didn't do anything, out of the ordinary or anything. This isn't rocket science. That's all we did. We went out there and we just shared it with people. And so within 1 year of sharing Kyani and promoting it, I was able to quit all 4 of my jobs. And then that money that came in and the people's lives that got changed, I just had more options. How many of you guys want to experience more in your lives? Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because experiencing more, that's right, that's true. So experiencing more, when we talk about and go over this whole presentation, think about what do you want to experience more of. How many of you guys have your experience more banners? Anybody? Okay. So go out there and show the world what you want to experience more of. Okay? Because what Kyani did for me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay?
So this is a way that I found that we can sort of trump some of the things that come into our lives, whether it's health issues from genetics or poor choices or just life. So other gifts, there's time. We've been given time. Right? So what we do at that time, we can waste it or you can make wise use of it. So I find Kyani fits into for both of those. We have limited time in our lives to do something great. 2 parts of our bodies, there's more, but the major part is the water part and the fat part. Sunrise addresses the water-soluble part of our body, which is about 70%. And the main feature of this is that wild Alaska blueberry. The blueberry now is probably the most potent antioxidant berry out there, one of the top. Okay? The second one is called sunset, and we take it at sunset. So easy. Sunrise, take it. But I think there's really 2 really key ingredients I like to talk about. And one of them is omega-3s. And we know about omega-3s. There's some benefits with that. Cardiovascular, they modulate inflammation. I didn't know that before, but omega-3s is a natural anti-inflammatory. If you get a chance when you go home, just Google tocotrienol. There's a ton of literature now on it since it was discovered in the 1960s. It's an isomer of vitamin E, and it's a natural product. You can get it in palm and rice, but this happens to come from the annatto plant. Not natto, but the annatto plant. The last one is called Nitro Extreme. Anybody heard of L-arginine in here? Guys who work out. Guys who work out heard of L-arginine. It's an amino acid. It generates a molecule called nitric oxide. And more people are using that when they work out. People who lift weights, people who run, who jog, they take that to increase their muscle performance. Well, nitric oxide happens to be one of those molecules. If you go without it for 3 seconds, everything shuts down. You're dead. That's how important it is. Luckily, we don't run out of it. Except as we get older, our body's ability to generate nitric oxide normally starts to decline. That's what nitric oxide is all about and can do. But that's not what we do it for, to do deep dives and break records. We do it for overall health. We are, that gift we've been given is sort of slowly etching away. I'm just going to close up and turn the rest of the time over to, you're going to do some testimonies. So that's the story about that, and you heard my story a little bit, so thank you.
I'm Raynette, and I signed up under Malia. I've only been taking it for about 2 weeks now. And as we're watching the video, I kind of seen it highlighted about sleeping better. And I was like, oh my gosh, honestly, I'm not one that sleeps through the night. I toss and turn all night. But the last 2 weeks, I was just like, gosh, I'm just really sleeping. So it's just the beginning for me.
Hi, I'm Mahea. I'm Shirley's daughter-in-law, and I actually got started through Cabela gave me a 7-day trial pack, and it was like, okay, yeah, I'll try this, see how it goes. And I work out a lot. I paddle in the morning. I work at the beach at Mauna Kea, so work out, go to work out. We have to clean up the whole beach at the end of the day in the hot sun. Like, I get pretty tired, and I've been feeling that since I turned 30. That I get tired like so much lately, like, and then before, so I started taking the 7-day trial pack, and within that week, like right after lunch, usually at work, I'm just ready to just take a nap. Like, I'm so tired. I'm like, oh my gosh, no one should be working. It should be nap time for everyone. And so ever since I've been taking this, I don't get that crash. I'm just going strong through the whole day, like. And it feels so much better than like being like dragging through the day and having to clean the whole beach, and so that's been a huge difference in my life, and I'm pretty stoked on that.
Cool.
Right on.
The next part I want to share with you guys, you know, a lot of people go through challenges, right? Rising cost of living. How many of you work more than one job, 2 jobs, you know, things like that? A lot of times we have to work more than one job just so that we can survive. Yeah, we can pay our bills, our residual bills, like Javier mentioned before, and we just don't have enough time to work, enough jobs to make the amount of money that we need to pay for everything. In this industry, people, they soon understand that it's just a people business. It's all about referrals, and it's how you connect with people, and that's all it is. And sometimes, you know, you don't have to complicate the process. You just got to keep it as simple as possible to make people understand that, hey, you know what, I can do this too. But a lot of people are looking now. And the reason why they're looking is because of all these issues. How many of you got to fight traffic each and every day when you go to work? We do. It's crazy in Honolulu. I think I got to move to a different island because it takes me an hour and a half just to get home from work. So, you know, during that hour and a half, you know what I'm doing, right? Hey, did someone talk to you about Kyani yet? You know, shh, don't tell anybody. I got my Bluetooth in my ear, and I'm, of course, talking about Kyani all the time when I'm driving. What I want to talk about tonight is just the different ways that you can earn income through Kyani's business model. It's huge. And Kyani our founders spent a lot of money, millions of dollars, to create this great plan. And every time they change it, they never take away from us. They always make it better and better. So like just recently, they gave us a team bonus. And whether you're recruiting someone or not, but your team members are doing it, you can still earn a commission. This is something they figured out. When they threw the team bonus percentages into our compensation plan, they calculated this out and they said, this is basically the kind of difference that you guys would earn, you know, based on where we were and where we're going. And I get really excited about it because as my team members are signing others up, and I don't sign up somebody, it's nice to get a check in the mail. So I've been getting checks every week now, $100, $200. The other week I got a check for $600. I don't even know where the heck that money is coming from, but it's nice. And this can happen to you guys too. And all you guys got to do is just build the way that we're telling you guys to build. I'll tell you this, when I started, I found like 15 people. Okay, in a matter of a couple of years, I recruited 15 people personally, that's it. Today I have over 12,000 people in my organization.
Wow.
Maybe, thank you, maybe half of those guys are still active. Our retention is about 50%, which is really good because the average industry is about 30%. But that's the coolest thing about residual income, and that's your true network marketing model. The idea is to recruit a handful of people and show them how to duplicate the process, which is very simple, keep it simple, and then by doing that, that's how your team grows. I've tested that in the last 6 years, and it works. It works. Even with half of the people that are on my team, they're still active taking product. Even with that many people, okay, it's enough. It was enough to get me the green diamond. And then how fortunate I was when that happened. I couldn't believe it. I never thought I would actually be in this position the day that I signed up. I thought, nah, if I make an extra couple $1,000s, I'm going to be great. But it just got better and better and better, and I couldn't believe how this thing was just multiplying like crazy. And that's because more people found the value of what this business can offer. And the cool thing is that when you set everything up and you start helping your leaders do the same thing, guess what? Kyani says, thank you, congratulations for your hard work. We're going to reward you even more. But the coolest thing is the car program. How many of you have an Audi? Raise your hand. Mercedes. Nice. What you got there? Audi. And Javier?
Audi.
Okay. I don't know when I'm coming back here, but when I do, I'd love to see more Mercedes. Everybody. Convertible. Okay, convertible. There you go. Now we're talking. But look, they reward you even more. They say, hey, we're going to give you, 5 levels of car allowance. If you do the work, you'll get the car. I have a couple more months. I got to qualify as a green diamond. They'll give me $2,500 a month for a car. I have no idea what kind of car I'm going to get for that price. And then they throw in these rank bonuses, okay? And is that for real? Do they really give you $5,000 when you hit Emerald?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. One time.
Not in increments either.
One time. Okay, they don't split the $5,000 out in 12-month period. They give it to you one chunk. Okay, thank you very much. I mean, I worked for my company for 17 years. I'm still there because I only have just a couple more years to go to have my health benefits for the rest of my life, and I don't want to give that up. It's really a good time, and I don't have like those normal jobs. I work weird hours, but I have the time that I can get on the phone and call, and that's why I do Kyani. That's why I decided to do this thing and make it work, because I want to leave a legacy for my family, for the kids. They're going to be fortunate when I leave this earth. Whether it's tomorrow or it's 20 years from now, I've created, I set it up, for them so that they could be the beneficiaries of my hard work. So you're not just working today, you're working for your family, the kids, for tomorrow. That's what Kyani's model is all about, okay? And there's no other company that compares to what we have. Having the most lucrative financial payout ever in the industry. And on top of that, the Kyani Care Loyalty Bonus Program, which is a huge plus. You guys got to keep in mind that there's really no other company that can touch Kyani. So thank you guys for coming out tonight. I really appreciate your ears and your eyes and your attention. It's so great to be here, and I'm definitely looking forward to coming back. So thank you so much for having me.